My name is Natalia. My last name is Bjorkland. I'm originally from central Nebraska and grew up on a farm, as many of us did, and am currently a horticulture educator in Dodge County, but am in the process of getting my PhD in entomology from the university in native bees. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. My research will be native bees in urban settings and finding out, first of all, really what bee species we have in urban Nebraska, or even Nebraska in general, really, and then kind of looking at what kind of diversity of bee species and other pollinators do we have, and can an urban or suburban garden support? Because that's really not known in Nebraska and Midwest. There's been a few studies here and there, but mostly on the east and west coast. So I think it'll be interesting to see what we have, because there are so many native bees, we really just don't know what's out there.
So can you give us a sneak peek on what you have found so far?
I cannot, because my research starts in April.
Okay. We'll have to do a follow-up.
We will. There's things that we know that, there's research being done as far as just regular insect surveys, and different things. And obviously there's a lot of honeybee research and just bee research in general. And so we know things like, I think there's 16 bumblebee species that have been documented in Nebraska. So it's not like a complete unknown, but really more like specifics and exactly how many plants do you have to have in your home landscape to support any real population of bees. And that connection is what I'm looking at right now.
Okay. So has this always been something that's been of interest to you, or when did you develop your interest in horticulture and bee populations? And
bees are maybe newer. Horticulture has always been kind of an interest growing up and then into undergrad. My background is actually working in different botanic gardens around the country, and I've really enjoyed that. And I think that my employment with Extension and having about half of all the calls that come in, or walk-ins and things like that, and my clients that I encounter in the county office situation, about half of them are insect related and half of them are plant or horticulture related. And so there was really kind of this learning curve right away, of having to be able to answer these insect questions and really being always kind of interested in it, but not knowing nearly as much about them as I did with horticulture things. And so it was kind of a quick, I have to learn this topic really fast, but it's also very interesting, and so that was really easy for me. And then I just kind of went with it and realized it's so easy. The connection between horticulture, plants and insects is already there, and so it's just kind of a makes sense connection that I pursue it. And I'm fascinated with bees. They're just so interesting and so complex, and their life cycles are so different depending on the species and their habitat and what they feed on, flowers they visit. It's all so interesting that I just can't help but be interested in it. So it's been
be
really
interested.
Fun.
I love it.